Once again, this is Jim Vaughn related to the COVID virus SBA programs and some interpretations by IRS and by the banks on what may qualify for some of the loans. And by the way, I just want to mention that we have had loans accepted through our office. That's not that many so far, but they seem to be moving along. So we've had both the paycheck loans accepted and the fast 10,000 express loans accepted through banks through the materials that we've provided. We're finding that the more materials we provide, the faster the loans get accepted. Mostly banks have wanted to have a banking relationship, but we're starting to see that change some, and we'll continue to see what happens with that. Starting tomorrow, the self-employed person, the gig worker, is eligible to file. There have been some questions about what constitutes income, and the consensus and interpretations by the interim final rule of the SBA indicates that it is the net profit from Schedule C for a self-employed person who files a Form 1040 and includes a Schedule C for their business. For the gig worker, it may be the total of the 1099s less expenses, or there may not be any expenses, in which case it's the total of the 1099s. Again, that would have been reported on your Schedule C for your tax return. Partners who are a single member or disregarded entity also probably filed a Schedule C, and those people also will be eligible based upon the net profit from that business. A big question remains on the partner who is an LLC member. The proper method for payment for an LLC member is through guaranteed payment to partners and is not put on a W-2. There has been no guidance as of this afternoon as to how we are to treat that entity, that type of payment. In addition, partners sometimes work off of distributions or they work off of profits and do not have a guaranteed pay if they're not a limited liability company member, and yet those payments may be subject to self-employment tax or the Social Security tax for the self-employed. The indication is that if it's subject to the self-employment tax, it should be counted as payroll. So some people are attaching Schedule SE from their personal tax return to do that. For others, there is an interpretation that the partner must apply for the loans on their own as if they were a self-employed person rather than an employee of the partnership. I don't know what to tell you or what advice to give regarding that. I'm just presenting the two sides of it. As the loans begin to be accepted tomorrow, then perhaps we'll have a better understanding of this particular animal and can provide some information to you. Either way, we think that there will be a method for the partner to claim their rightful and equitable part of this loan program. Thanks, and that's it for this afternoon.